systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What's up, everybody? We got some daytime baseball here on Thursday, June 11th. Looking forward to breaking it down here with my man, Matt. Well, I'll tell you, though, man, there is some shitty pitching here today. I already got the bottle out, Matt. Got the whiskey bottle because, got the screwball out. That's all we got are a bunch of damn screwballs on the mound here on this slate. But definitely one of the worst pitching slates we're going to see in quite some time, but we'll dive into it here on this early day. We got 5 games to talk about here. I see Sean in the chat here. Warren's in the chat. Bob also is here with us as well. But see some people trickling on in here. But Matt, how's your week going? How's the week been? Like I said, looks like a pretty shitty pitching slate. So it looks like we'll have some offense to talk about. But other than that, how's it going, my friend?
Yeah, week's been going good, man. Happy to be on here Thursday. Love these shows with you. So excited to break this one down, even if about as weak of a pitching slate as you'll ever see. Which, in turn means we got some good offensive spots. So should be fun breaking that down if the pitching is torturous. But yeah, man, normal stuff. 5-game Thursday slate. So another one of these small slates, only a couple of games tonight. Seems like MLB kind of made a conscious effort to have a lot of teams off on Thursdays. So yeah, a little bit more than normal. It seems, maybe I'm off there, but it kind of feels that way.
Yeah, I think with MLB, what it ends up being, obviously Thursday, a travel day coming into the weekend games. You see kind of a weaker schedule a lot of times on Mondays. But, yeah, Thursday is usually a day it's chopped up a little bit. And then, you get the daytime games here to get, a little cooler, maybe in the during the day. But I know yesterday it kind of bummed me out yesterday, especially on FanDuel. I had freaking Alvarez, pitching for the Tigers. He goes out and, throws one inning. Y'all didn't know it was about to rain. I was here. It was obvious it was about to rain. What were you doing sending him out? And then he comes out in typical fashion. He acts like a damn baby, beaning dudes, and just didn't seem like he wanted to be out there. And, obviously pitched like shit. But, so that one was didn't kind of see that one coming. But nobody was really talking. He's 25% owned, too, on FanDuel in the contest I was in. So I thought that was a little bit. But, Colin likes I'm on the screwball. Yeah, man, it's my favorite shot to do, but I can only do 3 of these screwballs because, man, if I do any more, it's usually trouble. And I've been in trouble. I've slept in front of the toilet after drinking one of these bottles, Matt. You don't want to do that, that's for sure. But, exciting slate here. We got 5 games. Let's dive into it. Looking at the pitching, dude, when we're talking about Christian Scott, who's the only one that even has any strikeout capability, pretty much for the most part, that's over MLB average. Edwin Cabrera, Zebby Matthews, maybe those guys, Waka. But, we're looking at, Merrill Kelly, Montero, Kumar Rocker, Tyler Phillips. All these guys have percentages lower than 20% as far as strikeouts go. We're definitely not strikeout hunting too much this game, this slate. I think it's more or less who's not gonna step on the bomb and blow you up. I'm almost just kind of wanting to feel safe about it today. Maybe I don't normally like to play a guy like Michael Wacha, but maybe today is a day that he's stands out just because of what we're sitting here looking at today. But dude, it's rough sailing out there today. But just looking at what we have through the 10 pitchers, I don't know what it is. Spin on us there. Kick us off for a minute or something there. I don't know what went on there. But Matt, what do you think here? Is there anybody you even feel good about playing, or have to drink it all, or what?
So I feel like in theory, I love the way you think about it in that, like, yeah, just give me two pitchers that. Yeah, I'm here. Are you there?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. If we're like something lag or something's weird in here. I don't know. Something weird's going on.
Is it on my end?
No, I don't think so. Maybe on my. I'm not sure. I'm hardwired in. I don't know.
It shouldn't be on my end, but I'm going to leave and I'll come back. I'll leave and I'll come back.
Go ahead, what happens. Let's talk some pitching. All right.
Okay. I guess people can say they can hear us both clearly, so I'll just talk about some pitching. I agree with you. I'd love two pitchers that I just feel safe about.
Yeah. I mean, Christian Scott, 8,300. There's only 3 guys over 8K here on the slate, Waka, Matthews, and Scott. I mean, can't play Cabrera. I don't like Rocker, Kelly. Montero's got no strikeouts. I mean, to me, it's Scott and Waka, the two I'd be looking at.
Yeah, I think Scott is the best of the worst here because everyone stinks, but Scott projects the best. You know, it just is what it is, that type of slate. This is how the cookie crumbles today. Christian Scott is going to be really, really popular, but for good reason because the options just aren't good. So I do think he's the best of the worst. I think that's the best way to put it. The problem with Waka is I get why you'd feel that way with him, but I'm not sure if those feelings are validated given how he's pitching, given the weather in Kansas City. I get it just because, again, there's no one I really like here, but I don't really want to spend $9K on Waka. If I have unlimited salary, sure, but I do like expensive bats. So I think that's my problem with him. Edward Cabrera, I mean, it's really slim pickings today. Like Merrill Kelly, Cabrera, Hunter Dobbins is a guy I'm looking at because why not? He at least has a decently high K percentage, very small sample size, but I don't know. It's really slim pickings. There's no one that I like feel good about that I like want to tout per se. So I think it's Christian Scott is the best of the worst, and then play kind of whoever you want after that.
I mean, Scott hasn't been too bad. I mean, he's got a 28% strikeout percentage that looks pretty good. I mean, when you're just sitting here looking at, the St. Louis batters, I mean, you got 28% to the left side. I mean, they're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going to probably throw 6 lefties at him. The problem with Scott is his walks. I mean, he's at 11% walk percentage on both sides. He doesn't really get ground balls. He's been giving up some fly balls to the right side, but very low barrel percentages. I think he's only given up 1 homer. So, I mean, that would be the guy that definitely, as you said, the best of the worst here for sure. But after that, yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying by paying down, like maybe a Dobbins, a Phillips, maybe you could look at. But, other than that, I mean, I think if you can get 15 from a pitcher today, you'd probably be pretty happy.
Oh, yeah. I'd lock anyone who gave me 15 today right now. No doubt about it. That type of slate. Yeah, I just don't feel good about anyone here. I think your Phillips call makes sense just because look at who we're working with. The names just aren't good. Merrill Kelly has been a guy I'd like stacking against this season. He's been god awful, but he'll get ownership today because that ballpark, the matchup. It's the type of slate I think, like you said, if you can just survive pitching here, that's all you want to do.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's just not good. There's really no upside at pitching today. Like it's like you said, one of the worst that we've seen so far all year. But okay, how about this? Instead of us saying who we like, we know Scott. Let's see if we can eliminate a couple, like who we wouldn't even consider playing. I mean, we got 10 guys. So for me, I'd have to say Cabrera I couldn't do. I couldn't do Keller. I probably couldn't do Rocker. Couldn't do Feltner out there in Coors. I mean, yeah, it's starting to get to having hardly anybody you want to play. But yeah, it's tough. Like, is there anybody that you would literally say I don't want no part of?
Feltner for sure. And man, it's tough. Like if I were playing 150, I wouldn't exclude anyone, even Feltner, just because like the best thing I can say about Feltner, in my opinion, is the other options are so bad that like every pitcher is liable to get blown up. And Feltner maybe is just, again, maybe he actually is the best of the worst in reality after the slate plays out. I don't like him. I'm not going to play him. I won't play Montero. I think I would leave Cabrera in my pool more than you, but I don't feel good about it. Man, my problem with because ultimately I have to play two guys in any lineup. My biggest problem with eliminating anyone is that I just don't like anyone. So I'm looking at the guys that I have to keep when I eliminate people, and I'm like, I don't like them either. But I'm with you. Like if I'm building right now, I'm not playing Feltner. I'm not playing Rocker. I'm not playing Montero. That's probably it. And then we'll see where the cookie crumbles after that.
I got to say from Aaron here, it's probably a pretty safe statement. Pick your bats day and play roulette with the pitcher. So, with the money you have left. I mean, I don't feel today, like normally I always say when I'm looking at pitching, like, is pitching going to beat me today? Can pitching beat me? Like, do I got to have like the
Not
Chris
today.
Sale yesterday or, whatever. Like, and I have no fear of that today. Like zero.
And I know what I was going to say also.
Any of these guys beat me.
I agree. And I know what I was going to say also when you were talking about Christian Scott and his walk problem. I remember earlier this year I used Scott in a good matchup at home. Must have been like his first or second start. He walked everyone. I mean, he got pulled in like the second inning because he walked so many guys. So he's not like some bona fide ace, obviously. So I don't mind just playing whoever, like Aaron said, filling in after you pick your bats today.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, you sit here and you're looking at, we always are chasing upside strikeouts and all that fun stuff. And I just on this bunch here, we got these 10. They definitely aren't doing us any favors that way. But other than Scott, I mean, like I said, it's pretty much just gobbled mess. So I would just kind of mix them up, feel as we do. I hate to come on here as you saying we don't feel strongly to to tout anybody. I mean, we're here telling you Scott's the best play. After that, I mean, pick your poison. Like that's why I kind of was saying, is there anybody you just completely X out and maybe try to reverse it that way? But yeah, definitely a tougher pitching slate for sure. That is for sure today. But as far as bats go, as you guys can see, I got the stone pulled up here. So we'll go through that, one of our premium tools here, but we'll start out here with this first game, Matt. And we have the Arizona D-backs here at 110. So the slate starts at 110. We got 3 games at 110. Then we got a 210 and then a 310. So 3 of the games are going off right in the opening window. Arizona, Miami being the first one, as you can see here. The Marlins lineup at this point is confirmed. We got the D-backs lineup confirmed, or no, it's still projected. But I mean, is there anything you like here of these 2 teams here? I mean, we're going to have a lot of fun with some offenses. I wouldn't say I have either of these 2 ranked up really high. Obviously, we have a Coors Field game with the Rockies and Cubs. I think are going to get some ownership. Yeah, I mean, I think I'd have the Marlins probably ranked ahead of the D-backs today. But, yeah, I think I'd have the Marlins just out my top 5. I think I have D-backs a little bit lower.
I have them both ranked pretty similarly, and I don't have them at the top of the list, but I do think they have a role on this slate just because, man, Merrill Kelly is ass. He stinks, and he's going to get ownership today because of the slate. So the Marlins against him, yeah. I can get on board with that. They're not going to project as well as the Cubs, but it's baseball. I mean, projections don't matter as much as other sports, in my opinion, at least. So I could see planting my flag on the Marlins here against a popular Merrill Kelly, who has just been awful. His last start, I think, was against the Nationals that day. They just wrecked the slate that Friday night. Multiple home runs. I mean, he has just been bad. So I get why people are playing him. He comes in with a track record. He's been good in years past. But the Marlins, I think, are in play. And then Arizona, I think their offense is good. I don't think Taylor Phillips is particularly good. I don't think he's awful, but I wouldn't be shocked if either of these teams won the slate. It's a small slate. You know, if Coors doesn't Coors, like we saw last night, it was a low-scoring game. The Cubs have been pretty bad for a while now. I could see either of these teams being needed just because they both have power and they both run a little bit. So, yeah, I don't have them ranked at the top, but I do like pieces and probably mini stacks more than big stacks.
I like this one here from Avery Barrel Kelly. That's pretty much it too. But I mean, yeah, he did give up. I mean, they lost 14-1 that game. He gave up 7 earned runs, 5 innings, and gave up 3 homers in that game that you were referring to against the Nationals. I mean, Kelly, you know, he really hasn't been good. His walk percentages are even high. Like the dude's walking guys. I mean, he's walking 10% to lefties, which isn't good. His K rate to lefties is 11%. I mean, that's not good at all. I mean, a guy like Carl Stowers, Liam Hicks, yeah. I think they're all in play. Edwards is in play. I like some of these lefties too for the Marlins a little bit more than I do the D-backs. But Phillips ain't any better with walks himself either. I mean, this guy walks 12% of righties, almost 11% of lefties. I mean, he had mid-ground ball lean, a little bit more fly balls to the right side. But you know, he hasn't been getting barreled all that much either. But yeah, Merrill Kelly has not been good here recent times. Miami at home. I think Miami is a decent stack because they're hard clicks, right? Like nobody wants to click on a bunch of these Marlins and stack them up, right? Like you're playing names like you got to go look up, you know, who they are, where they're from. Like they're just not household baseball names. Like
I also don't think the Sims will be giving them either. So to combine that with, I don't think the Sims will be giving them out either. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that comes into play too. Like you run the dry runs and, you know, the certain teams are popping, you know, that are cheap and, you know, have upside and they're not coming up either. But yeah, attacking Merrill Kelly has definitely been an adventure that's worked out for us here in recent times. I mean, he was good there for a good stretch here at the beginning of May. He had a couple good starts, but he has not been good his last few starts. So, I want to say he's given up 9 earned runs in 10 innings, giving up 5 homers. So not been good.
He's been so bad. And honestly, this pains me to say because I'm a fan of his. Like coming into the year, he had been good for a couple years and a couple stretches where he was really good last year. But man, you just laid the numbers out beautifully. He's been one of the worst pitchers in baseball this year. Like you could make a case he's been the worst starter in baseball. Even those 2 good starts, I think he had a lot of luck there. And again, I'm a Merrill Kelly fan. Like, I want to get on board with him today because the pitching is so weak, but I think I like the Marlins more.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. Like I said, I got the Marlins, you know, just outside my top 5. I put them kind of in the middle of the bunch, but I'd have the D-backs a little bit lower as we move forward here. But next game, we got a total of 9. We got St. Louis at the Mets, another 110 start. We got Dobbins going against the Mets, and then we have Christian Scott going against the Cardinals here. Like I mentioned, Scott's going to be the chalkiest pitcher. I think he's going to be fairly chalky. He does have some walk issues, as you mentioned, that one game. He doesn't really get too many ground balls. He's not, per se, a ground ball pitcher. He gives up way more fly balls, almost double to the right side than he does the left side. I mean, the Cardinals are probably going to have 6 lefties in there. So I kind of like he's able to keep the ball on the ground a little bit there against the Cards. But, yeah, I mean, you can get some hell of leverage here if you want to stack up the Cardinals. I wouldn't leave them out of my pool just because of that here. I mean, I think they're kind of interesting just because of what you're going to get on Scott. If he's not right and he's not getting the ball over the plate, I mean, it could go south in a hurry. I mean, none of these pitchers are any good. So, I mean, I just think that, I mean, if we're looking at if over 50% own Scott, like, I mean, I think the Cardinals definitely are going to play here.
Yeah, they've been good too. I mean, they won the slate last night with Philly. Jordan Walker. They got guys. They run also. Man, like, couldn't you see if we had, I don't know, just a little bit of a different slate with like Coors was taken out. You had like Skubal pitching for Detroit and like another ace pitching. I could see St. Louis being popular here, but just because of how the slate plays out, we've got Coors, bad pitching all over. Scott, whether he is or he isn't, projects as the best of the worst. So he's going to get played as such. Cardinals will just get left out. I'm with you. If I were playing 150, I certainly wouldn't leave them out. I mean, I'm not sure how many lineups it would take for me to play them, but in any non-Scott lineup, they're really appealing. I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, just because of the lever. I mean, I think truly that's the really only leverage spot we're going to see today. Like where I think you could attack the ownership that we're going to see on Scott. So definitely,
I think them and
don't mind that. That's for sure. I see I'm getting teased a little bit of 4 games from the Brewers and A's. That's all right. Hey, it's baseball, but I mean, shit, that stadium. They keep playing that stadium. I mean, they hit a ton of homers in that. I wouldn't doubt if baseball threw out the sock balls so that they didn't hit any homers. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, as you said at first, it's baseball.
All right, here. Right. All right, so we'll move on here with the Mets and Cards. You don't want any part of the Mets, do you? I'm not interested in any Mets. I can't force myself to play any of these Mets. I mean, maybe
you hate
Carson
the Mets
Benz,
more
you've
than
been
anyone.
in a little bit.
You despise the Mets. Yeah, they don't stand out for me at all.
So, all right, let's move here to the next one we got. We have my Tigers sitting at a game total 9.5 here against the Twins. Zebby Matthews definitely has some strikeouts to the left side, which he could attack some Tigers here. He's at 27% to the left side, 12.5% to the right side. Been giving up 40% fly balls to the left side. So he's either striking you out or, I mean, his barrel percentages are pretty high, 13% to the right side, 10% to the right side. I mean, Tigers can definitely hit the ball in the air with some of these lefties they have. But, I mean, the strikeout percentages, Carpenter strikes out quite a bit. We know Riley Green can strike out. So, I mean, I think this is the one here with Zebby Matthews. There are some strikeouts to be had there. But, I mean, how much do we like the Tigers today? Or we want to go after Zebby Matthews? I'm not really too much a fan of it. I think I'd rather have the Marlins than to try to go after Matthews here. I think I like them a little bit better. As far as like the Minnesota bats against Montero, I mean, he doesn't strike anybody out. He does get the ball over the plate. Got a pretty high ground ball lean to the right side. Fly balls more to the left side. Guys like Cody Clemens, Larnick, Brooks Lee. I mean, maybe you could look at that. I mean, but Buxton, obviously you can play him anytime. Dude's been on fire here in recent times. But, I mean, I don't mind attacking Montero and the Tigers here with some Twins. That Tiger bullpen's not been good here recent times. So to me, I think Twins are definitely in play. I think I like the Twins probably more than I'll put them outside that Coors game. I think they're in my top stacks. I'll put them outside the Coors game. I'll put them up there with maybe, they're up there with the Royals, I would say on this slate. But I put the Twins up there. I think we could attack Montero.
Definitely think you can attack Montero, but for me, man, like just because of how this slate is and how many good offenses there are, for me, they're lower ranked just because I like the Arizona-Miami game at least as much. I like the KC-Texas game more, and I like the Coors game more. So this game's in the middle for me. I like it more than the Cardinals and Mets, but I just don't love it. I'm fully aware that either side could break the slate because the pitching is very iffy, but just other spots I like more. I feel like for me, if I were playing either Detroit or Minnesota, probably more full stacks. And both of them are pretty affordable. So, yeah, I could see planting my flag on either of them. I just don't know if I'm personally going to do that. That's just the type of slate we're dealing with where every offense could conceivably break the slate.
Yeah, with Matthews, I mean, the Tigers been playing a little bit better. They were awful in May. I mean, they've come out and played a little bit better in this first week or so, week and a half of June. But, I mean, Zebby Matthews, I mean, with the strikeout capability, I think I'd just rather use maybe some one-offs here from the Tigers if you wanted to go some power hunting. Maybe I think that would be the best bet. But like I said, I'd put the Twins outside the Coors game. I mean, I don't have them like rank 1 or 2 or even 3, but I'd have them out there. I think it's up there for me, top 5 stack. But I wouldn't say I overly love it. I think there's some that are a little bit better, but I think attacking Montero isn't the worst of decisions. He's been giving up runs 3 or 4 almost every start, giving up a homer. So yeah, I think the Twins are definitely in play. All right, let's see here. We got 2 games left here to talk about. We'll get into some of the fun games as we get into the 2:00 slate. There is a little bit of weather issues that we're going to wear it. The wind is blowing out big time here in Kansas City, almost like 22 miles an hour. I'm seeing dead center, and it's warm. It's like almost 90 degrees out there today. You got a guy at Kumar Rocker on the hill. Walk percentage pretty high to the left side, not really striking out all that much. 20% to the left side, 17% to the right side. Fly balls are higher to the left side, 26%. Got a pretty good ground ball lean to the right side. But these lefties here of the Royals are definitely interesting. He's got a 10% barrel rate to the left side, almost 6% to the right side. So I want some lefties here for these Royals against Kumar. So, guys like Jensen, Vinny, Caglione, I think are all in play. But as far as some Texas bats go, sorry, I got like something stuck in my throat or something. Maybe I need to get the bong out. But either way, Waka, I generally don't like picking on Waka. He seems to be a guy that just generally don't seem to get blown up. I do like some of these Texas lefties, though. He has been getting barreled up by lefties, 8.5%. Fly ball percentage is at almost 32%. So, I mean, if you're going to get to Waka, lefties are the way to go. So Seager, Nimmo, Carter, I think are in play. I really like Seager today, but I put both these teams up there, as you said. I mean, this game, if I was to look for some bats other than the Coors game, I think this would be just because of that weather, that wind blowing out. I think that's going to come into play. But yeah, I mean, we know they moved the fences in Kansas City. Now we got a big win game. Total bumped up a little bit. So yeah, I think both pieces of this game are good, but I actually prefer the Royals. Normally I don't, but we got a little small slate here today, especially with that wind blowing out. So yeah, give me some Royals. I put the Royals third behind behind the 2 Coors Field teams.
Yeah, I like the Royals too here. I like Texas and the Royals. The game, you got really good weather here. It's kind of busted the first 2 games, but they got going a little bit late yesterday. Caglione hit 2 bombs the day before. I think both sides wildly in play. I have this game right outside of Coors as the top 2 stacks on the board, but it's close all over. Only really the Mets and Cardinals are like lower on my board, but even those teams like on another slate would be higher. So I like the Royals and Rangers quite a bit. I think planting your flag on either one makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I'm laughing at Aaron here saying I'm choking like Wemby's free throws in the Spurs in the second half. 29-point lead and you lose. Like, come on, man. Like, that's just terrible. 29 and lose. But I'll tell y'all right now, I didn't see it live yesterday. I woke up this morning and saw what happened. First thing goes in my mind, man, this shit's still going 7. I just have a feeling it's still going 7. I don't know. I just have a feeling it's going 7. So I wouldn't doubt if the Spurs win the next 2 games. It just seems like the MO. I got a feeling they're going back to the MSG. That's for sure. I think Spurs win the next game pretty easily, but they could easily win. I mean, they're up 29. I just got a feeling this one's going 7 for some reason. But I'll tell you, on the other side, that hockey series is something else, man. That's actually fun to watch. But, hey, we got baseball here. That's what we're concentrating on here. Make some money here today during this daytime slate. But we can walk right into this, the marquee game. We're sitting here at 11 today. The Cubbies. We got the Rockies sitting out there in Coors. We got Edwin Cabrera, who's not been good. We got Ryan Feltner, who's not been good. I mean, this game here, late game in the window, think you're winning money around 1:30, 2 o'clock today, you better think twice, because this late game here is going to run you down more than likely. But yeah, I mean, just kind of looking at it here. What do you think, Nades? I'm laughing at Nades here saying it's fixed. I mean, there's a lot of that on Twitter. If you go on Twitter here in recent days, there's a lot of talk about sports being fixed. I mean, Acuna holding up the balls and, saying one was bigger than the other, one's heavier than the other. I mean, there's all kinds of shit that's been going on here in recent times. But, man, marquee game here. I mean, both these two teams are top of my list here today. I mean, you can just game stack this if you want. I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea. Maybe throw in some one-offs for some power if you want. But, I mean, pretty much late game in the window is going to get a lot of love here in this one. So what do you think here?
Yeah, man. I mean, what's not to like, right? Like, the only thing you would say is ownership. And that's valid, especially with the Cubs. They've been pretty bad, but, man, amazing hitting weather. Ryan Feltner, I'm with you. Think you're winning money early? Better not count it too fast, because this game's coming quickly. So, yeah, it's hard to fade the Cubs here. The only reason you would do so is ownership, but we play an ownership game, so we like some other offenses. I think you can build good lineups without the Cubs, but I think the Cubs have the highest ceiling. And then the Rockies, yeah, Cabrera. I've always been a fan of his arm talent, but inconsistent. This doesn't really seem like the spot for him to get right. Rockies definitely in play, have massive upside as well. We saw them homer a couple times in the first game of this series. So, yeah, I don't think you're crazy to game stack this game, plant your flag on one side, but you probably do want some exposure here no matter what.
Yeah, I got to agree. I mean, that Rockies lineup comes out. We'll kind of see what the bottom of that lineup looks like to see, maybe there'll be some value bats for sure. But as far as any pinch hit risk go, I mean, I think, maybe with some Rockies, bottom of that lineup, like Julian, somebody like that might be a pinch hit risk that we're going to have to watch for. As far as the Cubs side, maybe they'd pinch hit. I mean, I don't know. I think they just pretty much leave that lineup the way it is. I don't think there's as big of a risk as a pinch hit Rick with the Cubs. But, yeah, I mean, both these teams definitely standing out. Obviously we talked about this game here all week. We've been talking about it. But you mentioned the Cubs not been hitting very well. You pull up team stats, they're like bottom 6 of all of baseball in the last 2 weeks, even the last week in OPS and slugging. And, they've been playing in some decent conditions too. So obviously they've not been hitting at all. Rockies are actually like in the last 2 weeks are like up in the top 5 in all slugging in the last couple of weeks. So
for someone like you, like, I know you take a lot into that. Like, how does that make you feel about the chalkiest team on the slate today? Like, honestly, if you're playing one lineup, are you playing the Cubs or are you fading them?
To tell you the truth, in most instances, I would fade them because you hear me talk about all the time. I don't like playing teams, but this is a 5-game slate, so it's a little bit different. I feel like this is the elephant in the room, right? Like, I still feel like I need pieces of it. Maybe not full pieces. Maybe I go after a couple of the lefties that I want. Like Bush. I mean, we all like Bush.
I do think they run a weird lineup today, too.
I mean, they very well may. The daytime games, generally catchers don't, come back the next day, daytime games, stuff like that.
Right.
So we could see a little bit of a mixture, but a little bit different lineup. But, I mean, I don't generally like playing teams that are cold. It's just something I've always kind of lived by. Like, if they're not hitting, they're not hitting. Why am I trying to force it? And the other thing, too, like I feel like I always talk about the Brewers, like Brewers hit a lot of ground balls. When the Brewers are facing a ground ball pitcher, it's really tough for me on a big slate to play someone like that. They score 16 runs that one day against a ground ball pitcher. They end up getting most of it, but they really weren't even winning the slate in most occasions. I mean, like we talked about that like a week ago. I mean, it is what it is. The Brewers have had the last couple of weeks. It's going to improve their numbers overall because, I mean, let's face it. They were in Coors before they were in Vegas. So, right. I mean, they've had, some pretty nice hitting conditions in the last couple of weeks to bump up their I think I mentioned it yesterday. In like the last 6 games, I think those two teams out there, the Brewers and the A's, I think they had like 19 homers or something in 6 games. Like, it was unreal. Like, it was just, they were hitting a ton of homers. That's why I felt like that game yesterday, we saw the floor, like, and they hit 6 homers. I mean, that stadium, overpassed. It's always been these high level stadiums with the heat, going to Mexico. So we've already had a history of this, like, and it panned out. Like, I literally brought up in 2023, Matt, we had an over under a 20.5 in an MLB game with the Giants playing. Like, the Giants weren't, we never considered the Giants to be some, powerhouse team in the last few years. So like 20.5, and it went over. Like it went over. Like, I believe, that to be something to be said there. So, but hey, that's over. But we still have a Coors Field game, 11 total. We don't have really any good pitching to speak of in that game. So yeah, I think I prefer the Rocky side. For me, the Rockies are my top team. Everyone else is going to say Cubs. I think the Rockies, for me, I'd be overweight on the Rockies on my teams today. Cubbies, I definitely include, but maybe just go after some of the power bats. So, top of that line. I think that's the way I'd approach it. Maybe throw in some other guys for, maybe I go just a Rocky stack, and then I throw in some bats that I think can hit some homers and fill me in. If it's a couple Cubbies, then so be it. Then it's a couple Cubbies. If it's, somebody else I kind of like to mix up I don't like to do the 4-4 on FanDuel or the 5-3 on DK on smaller slates like this, especially when you have such a chalky pitcher. I kind of like to mix up my lineup, almost kind of like a hybrid cash lineup with the tournament lineup. Like, I got my tournament side of the stack, but I still got my cash side with guys that can fill in that I think have some upside. So I feel better about doing things like that, because that will make you different instantly, even if you play the chalkier pitchers. So, I think that's a good way to attack some of these, smaller type slates, especially where we're going to see quite a bit of ownership on, certain things. So, yeah, I think this one is definitely a decent slate as far as like to be different with some bats. But yeah, definitely pitching is, like I said, get the screwball out. It's going to be one of them slates. And now don't get mad if your pitcher gives up a bunch of runs or so in the first inning. If he still pitches, you still got a chance. You just want outs today. Like, you want your guy to get you 15 to 18 outs today. Like, if anybody gets a quality start, I'll be surprised, for one. So, I just, that's why I think I'd rather play down, play down and pay down for pitching today. And like Nate said, so many good hitting spots. Why condense on Cubbies, mega chalk? I kind of feel the same. It's not because they're chalky. It's just because they haven't hit for shit. Like, they're not hitting. Like, I'm not trying to jam something in that and just force it in. I don't feel that way. I'd rather play the teams that are hitting well. Rockies fit that bill for me.
Yeah, it makes sense. Especially, I figured you would say that, considering how you like to play, and I got no arguments with that. You just said, like, there's a ton of other really good spots today. So why pigeonhole yourself if, you don't have to, and no one has to. Like, for me, I've been playing the Cubs, so it's hard for me to get off them here, but ownership is big on this slate, and they're going to be by far the highest owned. So definitely thinking about it, and the merit of getting away from them is real. They haven't been good, and they're going to be crazy popular, and they're expensive. The bad combo.
Yeah, I agree. Aaron say nothing helps the vibes more than Feltner and the Colorado bullpen. Yeah, we understand. It's 5 games. Like, it's baseball.
I thought Lorenzen in the bullpen would help the vibes. Would be my counter to that. Like, they were awful again last night.
Right. Yeah, they were bad. Lorenzen's bad. Feltner's bad. It's got to be a tough gig to be pitching in Colorado too. That's just got to be tough within itself. But we've gone through the 5 games here. We got a little shorter slate, got some daytime baseball, which will be a lot of fun. I know we got all kinds of sports still going on. We got golf and all the other stuff. So make sure you guys get over there, check us out. 5 days, $19 with the code SHIPIT19. Great time to check us out, get honed in before football. We've added some the new slate plan feature that we have here. I know that seems to be going over very well. With that new improvement that we added here the 1st of June. So if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. It's very helpful. So that's definitely something here. We're always looking to add and improve our product here at Ship It. So Was glad to see that. But Matt, before we run out of here, you got any last words? And then why don't you give me your favorite stacks? I know pitching's tough. Maybe give me a couple pitchers that you like, and then we'll throw a home run out there. It seems like Nades and I have been pretty good with the homers. I called Harper yesterday, hit one. Nades called Olsen the other day, he hit two. So we've been doing pretty good on some home run calls. But who you got for some stacks and some favorite pitching?
Well, yeah, first off, I'm glad you called out that Slate station because that's awesome. So the new stuff over there, be sure to check that out. We're still in the Discord, and we're still doing Coors. So all that stuff is available on the site, and I'm glad you mentioned it. As far as my home run call goes today, I feel like there's so many options to choose from. I'm going to go with a guy that I don't think gets played much just because of his price tag and the stack isn't going to be owned. And he's a legit, massive upside guy every slate he's on. Corbin Carroll going yard today.
Corbin Carroll. I like Corbin Carroll. Corbin Carroll, it's always been a favorite of mine. I think for me, I could be easy, go to that Coors Field game. I'm not going to do so. I am going to go to that Texas and Kansas City game with that wind blowing out. I'm going Vinny P. Vinny P going to hit a homer today. Oh, Vinny P going to get one done. I'm not Italian, but I played on the Italian baseball team in the baseball classic just because your name was Italian. I get it. But, it still would have been a fun experience to get over there and play in that. I would have, even if I was the American and they asked me to go play on the Hungarian team because my last name's Gyiraszin. I'd be like, hell yeah, let's do it. So, but Matt, appreciate you joining me today.
That's a good home run call. I love the Vinny P call.
Yeah, appreciate it. But hey, I'm going to bet both of them on a little parlay today, Corbin Carroll and Vinny P. So hopefully good luck to us. I like Michael Peterson too, what he said, Dingler. Dingler's been hot, man. That dude's going to he's been hitting the shit out of the ball. Mr. Buckeye himself. I think I might be one of the only Buckies I've ever seemed to come to like, Matt. Being a Michigan fan, it's kind of hard. Even though
he's an Ohio guy through and through too. I think he's from Canton, I believe. So yeah.
Yeah, I know he is. I've heard some conversations like how he came up to Michigan and dealing with the Michigan fans and all that because he's a Bucky. But it's all right. Hey, Dylan Dingler is definitely a great call as well, Michael. But hey, that's going to do it for us. I got to put some Coors up there in that slate plan for us today. But enjoyed being on here with you, Matt. I'll catch you guys here next Thursday. I'll be back next Tuesday and Wednesday with Nades. I might even be on Friday. I think I might be filling in for Ham maybe. I'm not sure. So I might be able to hop on Friday as well. So I have to double check that. But hey, appreciate everybody being here with us. See you up at the top of them tournaments here this afternoon. And you got any questions or anything, hit us up in Discord. We're always in there helping out. But appreciate everybody joining us, and let's ship it.